Into the Mephitic Abyss is the debut full-length from Sanctuarium. Sanctuarium is a death doom metal duo from Spain, Barcelona area as far as I know, which is written by the fellow who I know as the drummer from Jade, a great death doom metal band from recent times. But he's also in several other projects. Another death doom, but maybe more funeral doom sided Troll Cave, and the fully funeral doom band Exhumation. He's also in a black metal band Calderum, and a doom metal band Arid Guldur. I mention all these because a lot of them are very similar in that they all build from a same love of doom metal, extreme doom metal, and atmospheric, as well as an old school death metal fascination that is most apparent in Troll Cave and Sanctuarium. Now, I'll admit, if you listen to all of Troll Cave's releases and all of Sanctuarium's releases, they are generally written and voiced by the same person in the same production values, and they sound very similar. That's not a bad thing because they're all very good. I think that the general idea is that Troll Cave is maybe more influenced by different groups, and Sanctuarium has more in common with uh, the natural conclusion of like disembowelment or uh, even rune magic or more traditional death doom ideas given a lot of space in an atmospheric setting. So this album is four about 8 to 9 minute songs, which are really, really well written. And that's the thing, is that these are uh, constructed in a way that is memorable, enticing. It's very alluring to listen to. They capture the darkness of classic death doom metal in a very strong way, while they are each on like a very long tangent. So this will be a difficult thing to capture in a 15-second clip, but let's give it a try. So, to complicate the sort of identity of Sanctuarium Troll Cave kind of at once, the vocalist of Troll Cave shows up on this record and does the vocals. And I think this is a distinct performance per Troll Cave's record, Rotted Remnants Dripping into the Void. Um, but he switches it up a bit on this record and still carries the deeper incantation-esque growl that drives a lot of the more forceful moments on this record. The, the big thing is that both musicians involved give a more dynamic performance than expected, and it actually reaches a pretty strong standard for a largely DIY project. I think their sort of production line and rehearsal studio space, it all works for them in a way that produces a very strong, listenable death metal result. And this is definitely not so much in the style of kitchen sink, everything core death metal that is the new old school, but he certainly focuses in on early 90s death doom while stretching it out with some cavern core and funeral doom influences, especially in the cleaner lead guitar tones and the way that he weaves the riffs together from point A to point B. There is sort of that loud, quiet, loud effect of jogging death metal pace and more involved rhythms. The first two tracks definitely touch upon a maybe more readably old school death metal, sort of modern zeitgeist. And then the second two tracks dig a bit deeper into more involved compositions. And this is generally the better side of the band and give you the full spectrum of what they're capable of. It all seems very typical to start, but the more time you spend with this record, the more it proves itself in a very memorable way. So I was surprised. I was thinking, I'll just put this on a weekend. It already came out, so let's just enjoy it. And it turned out to be a great record. And it's one that I think there's so much potential in the enthusiasm of this artist that you can see just bursting out of all their releases that keep coming out, that this record feels like a point where of readiness, like it's the right place to start paying attention to what this person is capable of because it's all pretty great. So definitely a big fan of the band per this release, and it's worth going back to Troll Cave because it's kind of up to a similar standard in a lot of ways. So definitely a release for the old school death doom metal fan, and it's a high recommendation for me because I am that fan. So check that out if you are you land upon those same lines, and read the review if you feel like it.